abortion is not illegal. It just could potentially be illegal in the state that you are present in. Which means you'll have to travel. But y'all got no problem traveling to Turkey to get that boob job or that BBL though. Oh.
Wait a minute!
Somebody in my comments said 4B, more like I'll be on all fours. How dare you be funnier than me on my own video? That shit is hilarious. 10 out of 10.
Just checking in on all you bald-headed 4B biddies. Just wondering how y'all are doing. Did you guys come down from your manic episode yet? Come to terms? Come to realization that you made a poor decision? Realize that you lost absolutely nothing and that all of you are telling on yourselves by saying that your worth is only your appearance and your vagina, while simultaneously insulting the shit out of women with cancer, alopecia, etc. American liberal women are so fucking entitled, it's unbelievable. You want to talk about basic human rights? Let's talk about Afghani women. Let's talk about the fact that they have to completely cover themselves, get the shit beat out of them, can't have above the 6th grade education level, can't do anything except be an object. But poor me, my rights that I didn't lose. Thanks for making yourself easily identifiable and making it easier for the rest of us women, though. Love you.
The theme of this year's Women's March is We Won't Go Back. So I'm here to find out what we're not going back to. What are we not going back to?
1950.
The 1950s. The 1950s. What are we not going back to? We're not going back to not having abortions. That's for sure. What are we not going back to? What she said. Back to the nonsense. The nonsense. What is a woman? Everything. Everything. Whatever she wants to be. What is a woman? Hell of a lot more than a man.
I am experiencing this unfamiliar feeling, and I wondered if anyone else has been feeling this way. So I'm at the dog park, and I feel so mistrustful. Like, I don't know who's on my side and who's on the other side. I mean, I know we're going to start wearing the blue bracelets, and I think that will help. But, like, does anyone else feel that?
I just had to pause because there's just dogs running around and just an elderly couple just walking, and she's like, I feel unsafe. I don't know who's around to trust. You're at a park. You seem completely safe, completely fine, but continue.
I just have this fundamental mistrust. Like, I'm just looking at everyone going, are you part of why this happens? Are you a safe person? Like, I can only imagine how the marginalized communities are feeling right now. And I also don't want people to be looking at me thinking, oh, white woman, she definitely voted for him. Like, it's a very unsettling feeling. Is anyone else experiencing that?
So obviously you heard that the blue bracelet. That is something that these women want to wear to signify that we are not one of the ones who voted for him. See, look at our blue bracelet. We are in the right. Now here's another video of one of those warriors actually wearing the bracelet out in public.
You didn't vote for Donald Trump because he's going to lower prices. You voted for Donald Trump because he hates the people you hate, and you love to hate. Because if you're not hating, you don't feel like you're alive.
Listen, I have not been shy about loving the meltdown videos at all. I mean, that's not why I voted for Trump. It just happens to be a bonus. But I felt like this video was more of a personal self-reflection rather than an outward observation and projection. And you're also right, because I hate it when illegals do unspeakable things to women and children in our country. And that's just one of the many reasons I voted for Trump.
Let's be so fucking for real right now. If you voted for that putrid, fucking crumpled, moldy-ass tangerine of a man, get the fuck off my page.
Ah, the party of love and tolerance. Aren't they wonderful? Let's see what else she had to say.
Off my page, get off of it right now. Block me, unfollow me, I don't fucking care. Just get out of my line of sight.
Interesting. Just a reminder, the party of love and tolerance. She wasn't done.
How do I put this? I stand for equal rights. And you stand for hate and fear-mongering.
She thinks she's better than you. This is typical of these people these days. Very elitist, very I'm morally superior and better than you. And if you don't agree with me, you're a piece of crap and you better get out of my sight. And they wonder why they lost. But she has the audacity to talk about hate, division, and fear-mongering. That is her party's playbook. Talk about being filled with hate. Look at how this individual responded to the people that didn't vote the way she did. She's accusing you and I of hate. This individual's a joke. Many of these people that do things like this are jokes. This video oozed with elitism, moral superiority, and hate. And again, accusing the people of doing exactly what you're doing is wild. She talks about fear mongering. The reason she's so upset is because the fear mongering has got to her and she's believed it. This video very clearly showed who's actually full of hate.
There's a woman on TikTok who's telling her family to F off and choke on a turkey for Thanksgiving. But you've got to hear the reasoning why. It's getting nuts out there.
Well, it's happening. The family wants to know what I'm doing for the holidays. I'm going to be here with my dogs, my daughter, who is of childbearing age and now has to get an IUD at 17 years old. And I'm going to be here with my son, who is a political target. And that should really tell you all you need to know about why I'm not going to be hanging out with y'all for the holidays. So fuck off, choke on your turkey.
What a piece of shit she is, right? No, obviously no mention of a husband. Big surprise. I'm not leaving the house because my daughter can't stop taking loads and my son is just gay. We don't belong here anymore. These people need to be medicated big time. Big time.
So boom, I get a call from my auntie asking me, am I going to come to the Thanksgiving dinner? I told her, I don't know. I might stay at home and just chill by myself. Why? She say, if you come, can you not talk about Trump? I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is going on? Why I can't talk about Trump? He said, you're the only one that voted for Trump in our family. We all Democrats over here and we supported Kamala. I was like, so what that got to do with it? She said, we just don't want to get into no argument over here because we know that you're going to start talking about Trump and we don't want to hear it. I said, if y'all talking about Trump and y'all lying, I can't have a rebuttal to it. She said, no, we just want everything to go smooth. I told her, I ain't coming then because I don't want to hear nothing about Kamala if I can't talk about Trump. Ain't you think that's kind of biased? She said, well, if you do come, can you not wear none of Trump apparel? I can't wear my hat. I can't wear my t-shirt. Lady, you must be out your mind. Just don't want me to tell y'all that y'all had an expensive concert, okay? And y'all paid all your money into a campaign that didn't go nowhere. I can't say that. She lied. She lied. Y'all got bamboozled. She said, I guess if you're going to be like that, we don't need you to come. I told her, bye. I guess I'm going to be eating tacos for Thanksgiving because I don't give a damn. If I can't talk about Trump, y'all can't talk about Kamala. Just simple as that. I guess family ain't family no more.
All right, so I'm so sick of seeing videos of people saying that we voted for Trump just because of the economy. We voted for Trump for many other reasons, but one of the main reasons, and it's not the economy, is because we are sick of the system dictating to us what we should do and how we should do it and what we should believe. And we're also sick of celebrities getting up on stage and repeating what they are told to say about what we should be doing with our life and how we should be living it, okay? We understand that that is all fake. That is why we voted for Trump. We're done with the fake, okay? They don't care about you. They don't care about us. We know Donald Trump does, and that's why they keep attacking him. That's why we voted for Trump. We're done with the system. And you can say we're uneducated. Go right ahead. But you want to know a fact? You might have education, but really when you look at it, you're just really good at memorizing things. You're really good at memorizing the system, and you're good at Googling what you're supposed to believe. That's it. You cannot think for yourself at all. Next.
To all you Trump voters out there, I hope you get everything you voted for. I hope you can walk out of the grocery store not having spent $100 on 3 bags of groceries. I hope you get lower taxes and more take-home pay. I hope that you are put ahead of illegal immigrants, just like you voted for. I hope that you get the peace around the world and fewer wars. And I really hope that you get more individual freedom based off of less government. That'll surely show you to vote Democrat next time.
If y'all want to see what privilege looks like, it's that comment right there. Forget the first part, 19% energy, find out stage, blah, blah, blah. This part right here. Y'all voted for a dictatorship. Now, unfortunately, this lady right here is about to be in her own find out stage because she just commented on the video of a young man who was born in a literal dictatorship. Now, I was born in a small country in southern Africa by the name of Zimbabwe, where we enjoyed a 26 to 30-year run with the very same president who quite literally abolished the Constitution. It did not exist. There were no branches of government. It was a literal dictatorship, and my people are still in abject poverty, 80% unemployment. That's a dictatorship. What you're living in right now is a privilege. From 2016 to 2020, you had this quote unquote dictator, right, in office. And what did you get? You got the very same thing you have been getting since the day that you were probably born, which is privilege. So I had to speak to this because this is honestly pissing me off. The more that I see these type of messages, the more I'm like, oh, these folks are so full of it. They really are full of themselves. They really don't get it. They've lost the plot. And they will perpetually be in their own find out stage. You're going to mess around and find out for real that you don't know a damn thing. You're speaking based upon talking points that you hear from Joy Reid or Joyless Reid and not so sunny, hostile over there in The View. Who are you listening to getting these type of... I don't even understand anymore. Who are you listening to?
I think it's an uncomfortable, inconvenient truth about this
country. But his whole point is they didn't vote for him because of racism and misogyny. They voted for him because they felt like, I think the biggest common denominator in this election is people want a good life and ability to provide for their family.
Well,
and whether we agree or not with Donald Trump's plans,
Black people
they thought that he was reflective.
One of the poorest demographics in this country, but they voted for Kamala Harris.
But there was a split, and more of them voted for Donald Trump than had historically. I think that there's such a desire. If you really think the vast majority of this country voted because of racism and misogyny, you're missing it. Most of my family, a lot of my family doesn't have college degrees.
But the stats are the stats.
But that's not, it doesn't say I'm white, I voted for Donald Trump because of racism.
That's
not, let me just that. What stat are you talking
about?
Let me just
dissect the two.
Yes, you can. There's a lot
hold on. Calm down. Everybody just take a breath. Take a breath.
I would love to know the people that turn the show The View on in the morning, sip their coffees, nod and agree with those women on that show. The show The View, because the last clip that I seen of that show was those crybaby middle-aged women talking about censoring, social media should be censored. Excuse me?
Critically. Well, it would help if we could regulate social media, because one of the biggest offenders is DC and Congress have not been able to do one thing in regard to the rogue corporations of social media.
Those women, shows like that, people like that are a threat to this democracy in America. And shows like that need to be canceled. That's called dictatorship, ladies. Dictatorship. We're not having that here, baby. This is a red wave. Enjoy it. Take that L. Enjoy it and move on. Try again in the next 4 years. Have a good day.
If it's not their view, they literally do not want to listen to you, the hosts. So Eric Adams had appeared as a guest on their talk show today, and basically he was talking about why people switched to red, why people voted for Trump. And he was just saying that when he goes out and he speaks to the people, and they were basically just saying, we don't care about fascists. We don't care about who's calling who Hitler. We care about groceries. We care about the prices, the finances. And when I tell you, those hosts were literally looking at him with disgust just because of the fact that he was basically in support of Donald Trump. Like, y'all are called The View for a reason. Not everybody's gonna have the same view as you. And just because they don't have the same view as you, y'all looking at them like they got 3 heads on top of their fucking forehead. And they basically just kept attacking him for saying how he felt about the winner of the election, about how he feels about RFK being like one of the head people in like the medical field and all this crap. And they were just looking at him like, it was just so awkward to watch, because it's like, as a female myself, like, I know men are gonna have different views from me, but I would never like sit and make them feel like stupid or dumb about how they're feeling about a topic. It was just so cringy, and I just feel like somebody needs to cancel the show at this point. Like, y'all really like need to be canceled, each and every one, yeah, especially Sunny. Like, she's worse than Joy. If people don't agree with her, she's like kicking you to the curb. She's not even gonna listen to nothing you gotta say, and that's not how The View is supposed to be running. But I'm so glad that Mayor Eric Adams, he stood his ground, and he just kept going. Even if they kept talking over him, he just kept saying what he felt, and I'm glad, because at this point, somebody needs to check them. Like, they be so out of pocket and out of line with the people that don't have the same views as them. It's just gross. Like, it's been like a week since the election happened, and they still can't seem to grasp the fact that, like, Trump won, and that Kamala didn't, and that the American people voted for him. Like, they voted for him for a reason. It's time for y'all to, like, get out of this like high horse of y'all and just try to understand why these people voted for him. He got the popular vote, the majority vote, all of that. It's a reason why.
Thanks for watching the video, and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more thrilling highlights.